gaming to an exceptional degree. We are gaming to an exceptional degree, of course. What else are we doing? We're playing as Norway, and we are doing textile mills only. Now, my first idea for this stream was to use a cheat mod and make it so that I would switch to consumption-based taxes and then get rid of all of the taxes. And then I was going to try to play the game with no taxes. Apparently the cheat mod that I was using apparently doesn't work anymore. And I didn't really feel like finding a new one. So now we are doing Norway textile mills only, which I did a vote for on my Discord server, which you can find a link to in the channel description if you're interested. And that stated that people would rather see this video than a few other ideas. So here we are. I've got about an hour or so to live stream. And let's get started. So the most important things would probably be mechanized workshops. So the big problem with Norway is that we don't have any cotton. I think we can get some from livestock ranches, but it might not be enough. So let's reconcile the budget real quick. Okay, so building. How many of these do we have? We have no construction sectors. Sick. Okay, let's do one. Do we want to do one? Let's start constructing something else, see what that does to the budget. And then we'll figure it out from there. Our one textile mill that consumes basically no money. Well, of course it doesn't. I have not played this game in a while. Alright. Let's start a construction sector. And then we'll do one of these hoses after that. And then next. Let's see. So we have a lot of iron. Iron is very cheap here. We have a lot of need for tools. And we don't have enough of them. Interesting. Well, hopefully, you know, the market will just figure that out. We also have an unstable government. We also have a frozen game. Hello. Okay, control folder access just went off. Victoria 3 not responding. Alright, give me a minute. Do that and then close this program. One moment. Hello, Captain Robot. We doing some gaming for the thinking man today, I guess. Feels good to be back in Victoria, honestly. I haven't been on this game in like 2 years, honestly. Yes, the unstable government made my program unstable. Of course. Now we gotta wait for it to compile shaders again because Clausewitz engine is a piece of fucking trash. Or is it just not gonna launch again? There we go, okay. Now the real question, there we go. All right, it's going to show up in OBS finally. Yeah, so Captain Robot, this is basically a Industrial Revolution simulation game. I didn't save the game before it crashed. Great. Here's a question. Is it running on... Yeah, DX11. Okay. I've had trouble with it running on Vulkan before. So this is basically a simulation of the Industrial Revolution, but it looks like a coloring book and simultaneously runs like hot shit. Alright, so get back to this. Let's see, what are we doing on infrastructure? Should we look at that first? We are low on infrastructure in several states, except this one. Okay, we're not bad on infrastructure. We can skip railways for now. Just get started on mechanized workshops. Yeah, when you switch this game to Vulkan, it just crashes sometimes. I don't know why. Everybody says that Vulkan runs better on AMD GPUs, but not this one, apparently. What was I about to do? I was about to do something. Right. Let's look at livestock ranches. How much wool do you produce? 10. And I can increase that here if I have intensive agriculture. So I might want to go for that first. And then do mechanized workshops after. And how long is this going to take to construct with no construction sector? 19 weeks. That isn't terrible. Foreign investment rights in Sweden or from Sweden? Let's get this, I guess. I don't think... Do we even have any mines? I think we just got the 3 iron mines here. Okay, so 33% throughput. Not bad. I see you, Captain Robot. We are missing 1 banana. Interesting. You know, somebody's mother was telling me about that last night. Interesting. Very interesting. Can we lower taxes a little bit? Yes. Let's do that. Just 1. Just a wee bit. And I'm thinking we do 2 here. 1 there. 2 more here. And then at the end of that, we'll build 1 construction sector here. And we're also going to improve our relations with everybody we can. Starting with the UK and Russia, and I'm out of influence. All right, and then we have a whole lot of authority. So, decrees. What do we do with that? I don't think we really need any people yet with the greener grass campaign. Minor setback. We've got enough people for now, especially because we're constructing so slowly. We don't have anybody on the... Okay, we have no legitimacy. Maybe we rectify that first. Okay, we can get 100% legitimacy. Let's do that. Sick. Okay, so Farmers Party is very strong. That's weird for a country that is mostly mountains and Arctic stuff. Weird. We're gonna write, you can't support a party with authority anymore. What do you even do with authority anymore? It's been so long since I've played this game. Okay, so we have national sovereignty. We can ignore that for now. Ooh, dedicated police force, always good. Public schools, also always good. Mercantilism, actually, that might be a good idea since we're going to be exporting a lot of clothes. Anti-strike laws. How Norwegian. Plus 10% radicals from political movements. Jesus. Okay, maybe we look into this instead. This is a new category of laws I haven't seen yet. But yeah, definitely do this. This is like super evil or this is like choosing wrong versus right. Let's see. I remember right, you can do something to do with... Never mind. How bad can it be? I don't care. Sure. Let's see, military. We have 7 battalions. That's fine, I guess. Literacy is now very high. We now have right to a What? That was way too painless. That is extremely suspicious. Did they, like, fix the law system in the most recent update? I don't believe it. That's too good to be true. Let's do public schools next. Let's also increase education. We have more than enough bureaucracy. I guess since I've got all this authority, I might as well start taxing stuff. Except none of this is going to give me much money. So that's pointless. I guess it's just encourage manufacturing. And road maintenance. And then we can just leave the road maintenance there forever because I'm not using that authority for anything else. Intensive agriculture unlocked. That's huge. Alright, so now we can get more wool from these guys. I'm not going to do that yet. But when I start building textile mills, then I'll do that. And we've almost finished the last livestock ranch, so that's our supply. Then we build the construction sector and we create the demand. Minus 20% enactment time. Sure. Credit where it counts. Sure. Fine. Negotiate. That's new. This is the only option here that's any good. Provide school supplies. Oh, plus 5% bureaucracy cost of education. 5% isn't a lot. I'm honestly half sure that this law isn't even going to work out. So let's do the math real quick. 40 weekly cost. 5% of that would be... That's less than 1. Okay. Okay, do sound effects in this game? Why is just like the deepest fucking moan I've ever heard in my life? Shit was weird. Alright, so we got more money. Let's remove the consumption tax on liquor. And then after that, we'll switch to very low taxes. And then we're going to let our revenue build up a little bit more after that. Then we'll start investing in construction sectors. Because right now I want to improve the standard of living so I can get more loyalists. It's better to get loyalists early. I mean, it's also better to get like more money early. It's better to get everything early, really. Sure. Ooh, furniture manufactories. Interesting. Alright, so we're not constructing anything. Private is. So we have one construction sector. Actually, what is the investment pool? 179k, increasing by 700. We could probably afford like 2 more construction sectors and not build anything else, but I want to kickstart these textile mills. That was kind of like the whole thing. Wait, so I'll reap the rewards. Next. Building registry. What am I doing? That's not the right button. We want to go here. I want to do this. No dyes. No silk. Just basic clothes. And there. Now we're losing a little bit of money, but it's basically nothing. We have public schools. Great. Next thing, dedicated police force is easy. Most people support it. Social Security. I don't really care about that. Census suffrage. That's remarkable to have that this early. This is my first time playing as Norway, by the way. All right. What do we do next? Guaranteed liberties is interesting. It's honestly a really good law, in my opinion. Not that much support for it. There is some support for a National Guard. It's going to be extra bureaucracy for nothing that I really need right now. I guess we can lower the citizenship thing. Don't really need to right now. Let's do elected bureaucrats. First, that'll save us some bureaucracy. Then I'll do lower citizenship. And then, I don't know. Something else, maybe, probably policing after that. All right, we got an election. No reason to change what's there. Great. Still have a fruit shortage. I don't care about that, though. Excellent investment. Sure. Don't care about that. Now, our improved relations. We got good relations with the UK and Russia. Let's work on the everyone else next. Okay, France is feeling protective. That's really good. And let's do Prussia after that. And then next, I think we'll do Austria, then Spain, then Portugal. I didn't actually see what that was that I just unlocked. Hold on, I can look at my stream. Power of the purse. Okay, that doesn't matter at all. Central Archives. Ooh, that's good. That's good. It's very good. And now we wait for stuff to build, I guess. Textile mill is going to take 40 weeks. Ooh, we're still on wooden buildings. We have a lot of extra iron. We could do the switch, but it's going to require more tools, and we don't really have a lot of those. However, I think we got the materials for a tooling shop. Textile mills don't require any. No, I just realized I said I was going to do textile mills only, and I've been building other stuff. Jesus. Okay. That sucks. Let's change the name to Norway Textile Mills primarily. We're going to build one tooling workshop. And after that, I'm just going to build textile mills. Calamity. Christ. I'll go for this one. I've got the extra cash on hand for it. We do have a sizable amount of poop in the country now. We have all that, all these livestock ranches. So we might be able to improve the grain production. Do we really have much grain production though? We got one here, we got 0 here, we got nothing here. Okay, so we have 1 grain farm, so is that even worth it? No, because grain is super cheap. So I'm getting it all from Sweden. Railways unlocked. That's good. It'd be even better if I had like the materials and the resources to actually use a railway. But that is a problem for the next prime minister. All right, we've got our first textile mill. That's good. Let's see how it's doing. Pretty well, actually. Wool is, fabric is very expensive though. So we're gonna switch livestock ranches. to increased wool gathering. That is going to get us just under 100 more fabric. Lower the cost here. Yep. And now this is making more money and more clothes more efficiently. Beautiful. I'm basically a genius. Let's see. Could do very low taxes now. How much is this construction sector consuming in terms of money? 2K. All right. I don't want to build that yet. I want to get some more money first. All right, tooling workshop almost done. And then we'll build one of these textile mills in each state. And then we'll focus all of them in this state. I just want to put one in each one so that if anyone else builds something there, it'll be more efficient, or I'll own part of it. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. There, give me a free university. Thank you. Okay. Alright, build lots of these here. I think we're going to need more livestock ranches. How do I get intensive wool gathering? I'll need mechanized farming. That's a late tech, if I remember right. Where is that? Yeah, that's 49 years away. All right, so not anytime soon. Well, so now that I think about it, the mechanized workshop is going to be kind of worthless because we don't have the resources to fuel it. We might be able to import some, but there's not a whole lot at the beginning of the game. We'll see. We'll see. So, what are some supporting technologies we can look at? We can look at society. That's pretty easy. Something like modern sewage and postal savings and central banking. Yeah, that should be good for now. Okay, which political party do I want to win? I kind of want more industrialists. So we'll go with this Venstre. I'm probably pronouncing that completely incorrectly. Electoral confidence. Interesting. I'm not familiar with this. Sure. Alright, we got more loyalists than radicals. That's a good sign. Biggest thing we're getting them from is legitimacy. Excellent. And then we're getting radicals from the standard of living. So what is the thing you're spending the most money on? Fish. But fish is already 26% cheaper. And then tobacco. Well, I guess you're just screwed. I'm not going to do anything about that. Now, companies. Attainable companies. Potential companies. What I want to do is check about a textile company. Do we not have any? Yes, we do. Here it is. So, we need 5 or more textiles. We're on track to do that. So we'll establish that company later. Sweden is helping technology spread in Norway. Excellent. Sure. Still have a fruit shortage. I still can't really do anything about that. There is no fruit entering the country, but still people are buying it. Interesting. Very interesting. Fascinating. All right. Should we restructure the government? Free-minded adventure in next election. Well, it's the next election and that political party doesn't exist. Okay, whatever. We are going to put just the Farmers Party in there for more legitimacy. I haven't done a law in a while. What was I doing a law on before? I think it was like appointed bureaucrats. Something like that. I don't even remember. Let's do dedicated police force. Make a lot of people happy. Actually everybody's happy right now. Maybe we can do something that'll bother people instead. I don't think I ever started the election per bureaucrats thing. So we got the bourgeoisie in here, and they're the only people that really care about this. Elected bureaucrats. How's the textiles going? Slowly. Very, very slow. How's the investment pool? It's doing modestly fine. Petition will be rejected. What do they want? Dedicated police force within the next 5 years. I was gonna do that anyway. Okay. Alright, got a lot of extra bureaucracy. I'll do that. Agriculture throughput. Don't care about that. Trade advantage for imports. What is trade advantage? Okay, we'll go with that. Don't really care about authority. So it's basically free imports. Free import leverage. Great. Alright, I think it's time for a new construction sector. How's infrastructure doing here? It's still doing fine. So it was Alt click. Yeah. Now how much is this going to cost us? Hey, that's not bad at all. We're still in the green. Sure. Alright, we're getting a bit too much in the gold reserves. Gonna lower taxes for a bit. Lower that out a little so we don't get inflation. Oh, I hate this event. I'm gonna do this one because there's relatively fewer upper strata pops compared to lower strata ones, so it's less people overall. As we can see, my radicals thing didn't even jump up at all. Rousing speech captivates the public. Fantastic. Sensational. Ah, this is still taking absolutely forever. Trade center. Can you build trade centers now? Is that a thing? Because they used to just pop up naturally. Yeah. Alright. Interesting. Fascinating, some may say. I feel like I haven't really done much in terms of like economic output increases. Everything I've done has been kind of unrelated to the textile mill so far. It's just kind of good financial discipline. Elected bureaucrats, good. Alright. That's good. What? Okay, just lost most of my loyalists. That's weird. Man, I hate the springtime of the people. Shortage of coal. Fascinating. Sure, I'll screw over Sweden. Even though they're helping me with technology. Oh wow, I'm such a bad neighbor. Need more artillery. Nah. Austria. United States. No. Denmark. Labor movement. Oh, right in time. Mechanized workshop's almost done. So now, are we going to be able to import the dye that we need? Yes. Huh. Okay. And I cannot seem to influence tariffs. Well, I guess we'll just switch over everything to, like, sewing machines and shit. Only need 15 more dye for that. Alright, now how do we deal with this? I don't want to be a republic. Okay, a liberal victory. Progress has reached 130%. Okay, that's all I need. Okay. And looks like we should get that. So let's do that dedicated police force I promised. Alright, we got a radical agitator. What is he? Imperious traditionalist. I don't want you. You're gonna give me a revolution, man. Oh! Awesome industrial boom. Alright, let's increase those taxes a wee bit. Norwegian British Fellowship. Okay. How's the textile mills going? Still building textile mills. Fascinating. How's private construction going? Thinking after these textile mills are done, I'm gonna build a whole bunch of construction sectors, let the investment pool run out, destroy them, then I'll get back on the textile mills. Dedicated police force. Sick. Fractional distillation. That's good. Oh, I can produce fruit inside my country. Forgot about that, actually. Then I won't be able to produce alcohol. Well, you know, I can just get alcohol from my friends in Sweden. I hope. Great, now we don't have a shortage of fruit. And how's alcohol production going? Dutch radical revolt. Why am I involved in this? Oh, Sweden's involved in this. Okay, I can just ignore that. Paper mill throughput. Why not? And alcohol production barely noticed. Let's see. What do we want to do next? Child labor allowance. We can restrict child labor. That'll give us more education investment opportunity, which is always good. You want to have smart people in your country. This is critical information. So as we can see, the textile mills are doing pretty well, but they need more dye than I can give them. This is export based. Oh shit, 10% of Norwegians become loyalist. Okay. Sick. Okay, so how do I get more dye? From a trade center. Well, doesn't that just make a lot of sense? What I really need to do is lower imports further. That'll make it more attractive for people to sell dye to me, because they'll pay less, but I cannot do that right now. Trade policy. Now, I like protectionism. It's the most balanced of them. However, free trade, I think, would be perfect for this kind of playthrough. I can't do that yet. Alright, we got a lot of money. Lower taxes all the way. Still in the green, good. Now when that raises again, I'll start building construction sectors. Alright. Back. Don't care about that. I don't care about this. Great. Establish a new company. Is it a textile company? Yes, it is. Let's do that. Basically just sold all my textile mills to this company. It's like an investment. World's worst subsidy. Now, what do we do next? Just keep building these and selling them to a company. Now the government now the government functioning like a business. Yeah, so apparently I looked at the thing. Apparently on the Discord server they said plays Albania, not Norway. But you know, there's a person that has commented on nearly every single Victoria 3 video I've done to play as Norway, and I haven't done it yet. Finally doing it now. Let's see, who are you? Yeah, whatever. Go away. Sure. Dang, I got too much money. Can't. I keep reaching like the edge of my gold reserves. So we'll build a new construction sector now. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build 10. 6 is what I meant to say, obviously. And then we're gonna use that to just drain the investment pool real quick. Minus 20k at 50. That's like, it's gonna take like 15-ish weeks. Springtime of the people again? Oh, I think that was it completing. Fascinating. What do I do next? That is the question. What I do next is I destroy all those construction sectors I just built. Get it back down to 3. Should be good. Sure. And then we build more textile mills. This one is almost... What? Why? Okay. Some supply shocks. This thing is almost completely unemployed now. So what we need to do is sell more clothes. Now, there's definitely a lot of demand for that outside of Sweden, but we're stuck in Sweden right now. What if we look into leaving? Request market control. They'd accept. Okay. Great, all I had to do was ask. Actually, now that I think about that, that was not a smart decision. I was very reliant on them for a lot of stuff. Including engines. Okay. We'll just reduce the tariffs as much as possible for all of this. And there we go, we just start importing everything, and we're stockpiling gold again. Pooh. Okay. Well, that's because I'm not building anything. Fascinating. I need more dye. Let's go here, Norwegian market. Maximum subversions. Maximum tariff on export. Do not let that shit leave. And what do we build next? We'll need to export more clothes. Currently, we are exporting no clothes. Now we are. Okay. Price goes up. Now the profitability of this should go up. But the price of clothes keeps going down. Why is that? I need to make this viable, but it currently isn't. I guess I'll just keep building textile mills anyway. Whatever. Wood shortage. Alright, reduce tariffs on that. We're losing a lot of money right now. Fascinating. It seems like the textile mill only idea isn't quite working out. Who would have thought for a functioning economy you need diversification? Let's switch to iron frame buildings. Why not? Well, there's a good reason. We don't have enough iron. We're gonna have enough iron, though. Oh, all my money is disappearing. That's fascinating. Maybe switch these back to wooden. All my money just left. Let's also cancel that. And then we increase taxes. Boom. I'm basically a financial wizard. You just cut spending and you increase taxes. And it works every time. Except for in real life, where it's actually more complicated than that. Alright, this textile mill is doing very well. Interesting. So for some reason that one's doing well, but this one isn't, despite being owned by a textile company. And... Huh. Weird. So why is this? What is your competitive advantage? Well, their competitive advantage seems to be just that they're smaller, they produce less stuff. And there's not a lot of demand for that stuff, so that's a benefit. We need more fabric. We also need more money. Dang, there's a lot of money currently exiting the country. All those reserves I had are now gone. So why is this? So revenue has shot up. Expenditure has also shot up. So then how do we cut costs? Subversions. Okay, well there's an enormous amount of money going to subversions for clothes. That's probably it. Yeah, let's do low subversions for export. That'll still encourage clothes to leave the country, and then I won't be paying an enormous amount of money to do that. Fantastic. I'm basically a genius. Ah, and the standard of living is going down again. That might be an issue. Maybe because I raised taxes. This is exactly what Robin Hood is about. Alright, Western Norway, a lot of people living under the expected standard of living. Now, why is this? We've got a lot of supply here, but none of it's getting used very much. So tools are very cheap. Let's make them expensive. So we are going to switch to mechanized looms on the main textile mill. That increases the need for tools, also reduces the amount of employees needed, which should improve the overall profitability, both this place and that place. And clothes are still stupid cheap. This is a really big problem. We can reduce the cost of fabric more. I said I'll only build textile mills, so I really can't do that. I already have the maximum subversions for the fabric. Interesting. Tools are doing well. Let's start nationalizing stuff. Maybe that'll help. I mean, privatize. Let's privatize all the livestock ranches. And that's also going to just inject a bunch of money into my treasury, which is always good. All right, the amount of radicals has surpassed the amount of loyalists. This is very bothersome to me. Goddamn, lot of radicals. Okay. Can't really do much about that. Alright, let's privatize that. What do we construct next? Maybe we construct some more, I don't know, textile mills. Oh, and there goes all my money. Maybe that wasn't what I should have done. There used to be an option to pause government construction. Is that just not a thing anymore? Oh well. %100 legitimacy. We got the righteous government. That's amazing. However, that government happens to be conservative, which is unfortunate because I really want free trade. Oh well. My gold reserves are completely full again. So what do I do to spend this money? Lower taxes more, I guess. And Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. Oh, you know what it is? There's no private construction right now. So it's using twice as much construction allocation as it normally would, which is why this is so expensive. Hello, Scluzzy. All right. That building is done. Now we should be getting money again. Awesome. I know all about getting money. Oh. That's good. Oh, that was a mistake clicking that event. Pharmaceuticals, whatever. Let people die. Alright, so clothes market. Norwegian market still under what it should be. Maybe we should focus more on building some more construction sectors. I mean, trade centers. Maybe that'll help me export more. I don't know, have they reached capacity yet? There's not a single one here. Okay, we'll do that. And then that should be good for now. Okay, Carlos, Spain. Oh, that was the French Republic. Oh. I thought that was Carlos, Spain rising up again. No, this is Carlos, Spain. Okay. So French Republic taking over Spain. I'm not sure if that's a problem or something I don't care about. What do you want? Appointed bureaucrats. Shut up. Oh, that was -5 legitimacy. But that's totally fine, apparently. Okay. Man, dude, having righteous government in this game is so great. You get so many loyalists. Now, alright, yeah, building this trade center was the correct idea. Actually, let's privatize all of them. I think that will be beneficial if we privatize all of them. Let's see. So 16 clothes are being exported from here. That's good, especially since most of the clothes are being produced in this state. And this building is still, like, doesn't have many people in it. So let's try building more trade centers. And wood is expensive. Well, that would be a really easy fix if I could build more of these, but I can't. So we're gonna switch this, produce less hardwood. That should be good. Small arms. So in northern Norway, we have a small arms. No, we don't. Okay, so we just don't produce any guns in this country. Unacceptable. As an American, this is unacceptable. Oh, well, that's fine because our troops have no organized training and don't need guns, apparently. Sick. You know, being a puppet of another nation in this game kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, not having an army, that's a major expense that I can just, like, not have. See, now the textile company is still doing well. Somehow. Despite the fact that the whole industry is, like, failing. Mutual funds, good. Quinine, that's very useful, but not in this playthrough. And Trade Center's doing well. Switch it to bulk. And let's double the capacity. Now we're exporting 84 from this place. So we have a lot of capacity for clothing production now. We just don't have enough demand. And usually, textile mills are one of those things where you can usually satisfy that with internal demand. But because Norway has such a tiny population, not in this case. How far away are we from this? 5 years? How about this? 29 years. Let's do reinforce company. And then shift work. No, not yet. Then we will do improved fertilizer. Let's see. All right, private construction is up and running again. Never mind, it's going to stop building stuff after that. And we are out of money again. But that's fine, because that should turn green in just a second. Should. Okay, it's not. That's a problem. Simply raise taxes. Genius. This is the King John of England method. Let's see how these trade centers are doing. Alright. Seems like they've reached a relative equilibrium. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like I built too many. I want to encourage imports for that, but I also don't want to pay any money. So let's just switch that to neutral. Because the boats are expensive, people will try to sell them to me. Now, 192 clothes exported. That's good. What does the world market look like for clothes? It's low. Well, that explains our problem. Nobody wants our clothes. Or I'm still producing them at less than the average world price. So it does still mean we can export some. Oh, why am I subsidizing ports? Disgusting. Where are ports? Ports. Stop that. Need coal. Whatever. I don't care. Still losing money. Let's do consumption taxes on tobacco. Actually, that's probably going to reduce the standard of living a bit. Yeah, we can see it's tanking just a little bit. I think it just went down by 0.1. That's fine. Nationalism unlocked. So another thing we can do to improve the efficiency of our textile mills is reduce the price of tools. Since I got mechanized workshops, does that allow me to make these more efficiently? Yes. I think I could do that already. Ooh. Money going up. Awesome. Alright, you know what? Honestly, this isn't going well, but it could be going a lot worse. Can you believe it? I've had these things privatized for so long, and almost nobody has bought any of them. Oh, nope, these two got bought. There's still this one level here that nobody has bought. Now, I mean, this is because this building is wildly unprofitable, but still, it annoys me. How's Radicals doing? Good. Good enough. Would be a better way to put that. Yeah, so tobacco is still the #1 expenditure for people in Norway. That's fascinating. Okay. So, then what we'll do is go here, trade. Where is the tobacco? Lower import. There. Some subversions. That should get more tobacco into the country. And then that should improve the standard of living of my citizens. Alright, this building is finally making money. Unable to hire. Okay, so the tooltip says this can't hire new people until you resolve the problems that are making it unable to hire new people. Well, fuck you. Just tell me what that problem is. Why do you think I'm looking at the tooltip? All right, what does this state have? It's got job seekers. It's got qualifications. Minute. Whatever. I don't even care. I don't think there's anything I want to change here. Proportional taxation? Yes, please. The best law in the whole game. Alright, trade center is doing well. Exporting 300 clothes now. That's excellent. We're still producing, like... We have enough capacity to produce more than twice that, though. Government reform. There. Righteous government again. Now, let's Do we build this up more? Yes. The answer to that is yes. Let's also increase taxes. Actually, let's not do that. I'm paying a lot to get fabric into the country. I don't think I can really do much about it, though. Okay, now we're exporting 360. And we still haven't reached our full capacity yet, so let's build more trade centers. Can you believe it? Western Norway is an 89% dependent on exports. Who would have thought? Oh, this building is making money? I never thought it would be possible. Is it going to fully employ in a second? Unwilling to hire. All right. Okay, so I'm thinking 2 more trade centers, and I might finally be able to max out this building. Man, I'm learning about the game. I haven't really played much since they redid all the trading mechanics. This is so interesting. I am kind of accumulating a significant amount of debt, though. I don't really know what to do about that. Maybe stop constructing things. Why do I still have 700 construction costs when I'm not constructing anything? Can I privatize these? Huh. That's unfortunate. Well. Anyway, finally maxed out the building. Awesome. Well, almost maxed out the building. I'm getting close. Trade center, also relatively maxed out, but I think it's on the edge of profitability. Well, I'm just about out of time for this live stream. Thank you to the, let's see how many people showed up. Views 12. Let's go. That's actually better than average. All right. I'm probably going to turn, I'm thinking about turning this into a video later. I'm not sure though. We'll see. Anyway,